Hello everybody. Today the Lionsgate 8-8 portal culminates today, and what this means is the star system Sirius, represented by these crystals over here, actually rises at this time, and it rises in conjunction with one of the pyramids at Giza, which, as we know, represents Orion's belt. So I thought we'd do a meditation for this. So just settle yourself down comfortably, and we're going to use a couple of oils today from the Pure Perfume Co. And these have crystals in. This is the crown chakra one, and this one is the third eye one. So I'm just going to take the crown chakra oil. The information is in the show notes if you would like them. They're very amazing oils from a lady in Australia. And the crown one has frankincense, Siberian fir, sandalwood, rosemary, and Roman chamomile. And I'm just going to put these on my hands here. Let's move that candle so I don't burn myself. And just breathe in that fragrance, and as I waft this towards you, it is really the fir, the Siberian fir, that I can smell the most. So I'm just holding this around and filtering it down through your crown chakra. Okay. So the second one, which is the third eye one, which is sage, lang lang, lavender, copaiba, lemon, eucalyptus, and cardamom. So I'll just open this now. Oh, and that smells literally like candy. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to waft that in front of your face where your third eye is. Okay. All right. So before we start, we need to ground and protect. So I'm going to hold a symbol up, and it is called Mara. It is from the Reiki Seichem system. And as you sit there, I am literally going to draw that into your feet. So I will do the 2 ticks first. And then I'm drawing the wiggly spring, as I call it. And that will ground you, and also it is a symbol for abundance. The next symbol I will draw is Chakra, and I'm actually going to encircle you in this. So I'm just going to draw the horizontal flat line above your head, the vertical line all the way down through your body to your feet, and then I will sweep around with the big circle and draw the infinity at your heart. It's a very ancient symbol. We think it's older than Chakra. Breathe in again. And then I'm going to draw in a symbol called Zona. And I'm actually going to draw this at your throat chakra. So as you're looking at this now, I'm behind you. And I'm just drawing that in now. So the Z, And then the infinity symbol 3 times at your throat. Pushing that in now. And then above your head, I'm going to draw in raising consciousness, because that is what we are doing in this visualization. So I will start at one of the points and go up for the big triangle. This is right above your head. You may feel this now, but don't worry if you don't feel it. Now I'm doing the little kind of cross star bit at the bottom and pushing that down into your crown. And the last symbol that we will use today is a very ancient Japanese light symbol called Jore. And I'm going to draw this kanji right the way from above your crown to below your feet. Again, I'm still behind you. Drawing the spiral in the second symbol now, and the third, and the fourth, the fifth, and then the very bottom one. Jore, Jore, and Jore. Pushing those light codes into you now. And breathe out. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the Lion's Gate. Now this year it is in conjunction with a new moon. However, your diary will call it new moon. I call it dark moon, because there is not a slither of the moon visible yet. And this is represented by this black obsidian glass mirror at the back that you can see just behind the pyramid and the Merkaba. Okay, so we've got 2 astrological events colliding today, and dark moon traditionally is a time when the witches and the druids, well, all spiritual people, perhaps went inside of themselves, did some inner working. And of course, Sirius, the dog star, is possibly a 3-star system, and it is rising at this moment. And at this time of year, they knew winter was coming. This marked the dog days of summer to the Greeks, and as we can see at the moment, they certainly are having the dog days of summer, when the heat wilts everything, catches fire to things, and it is the really scorching hot days of August into September. To the Egyptians, it marked the flooding of the Niles. When the cataracts were flooded, the water came back up, so that they knew to plant the winter crops. I do believe that in Egypt the land is so fertile they may have got 3 to 4 crops a year of wheat or barley. And Egypt was known as the breadbasket of the Mediterranean in those days. So Sirius rises and aligns with one of these pyramids. And this is the Lion's Gate portal. And Sirius was a very important star for all of the people of this planet, and I'm just clearing you as we talk about this, so you may feel my hands moving around you as I clear. Now Sirius is the brightest light in the sky apart from our moon and sun, and to the New Age people we have Syrian light workers, which we use a lot in Angelic Reiki. to the people of the Polynesians, the Pacific, they would use this star as a compass. It kind of hung around the horizon and marks the pathway to the islands. I think perhaps it lies actually where Fiji is at some times of the year, because of course stars move around the horizon. To the Egyptians, it culminates part of the triangular of Orset or Isis, Horus and Osiris. But today, we are living in today, so we'll use its energy for our lifetime. And we use it to activate light codes into our body. This is why I've got the Merkaba here. And today we are going to focus on the energy centers above your head, mainly the one called the stellar gateway, which is about a foot above your head to 18 inches probably. I'm sure it varies from person to person, but as I talk about that, you may be able to feel that energy center right above you. And this is where you get your light codes. This is the channel, the energy center that needs to be the clearest. It is the closest one that you get your messages from. And that in turn will then filter down to the soul star, and then all the way down to the Alta Major, which is actually behind you, probably about a foot behind your head, and then into the crown, third eye, and down the body. So let's now just start a little visualization, and I'd like you to imagine that you are walking towards the pyramids of Giza with me. We're walking across the sand, and it is evening. The last light in the sky is changing into those oranges and reds, and dusk creeps across. And as this happens and we get closer to the pyramids, the light shows start up. Because in Egypt, they do light shows on the pyramids at night. We're going to walk towards the second largest pyramid, represented by this crystal here. And as we get closer to the pyramid, a little doorway shows itself to us. We're going to walk through that door and into the pyramid. And I want you to imagine the pyramid totally open on the inside, none of these little chasms and walkways. We're just going to walk into the big open space. And I want you to imagine, if I hold this, can you see where the apex point is? Right underneath. I want you to stand there. In fact, let's all sit there in a circle. There are cushions on the ground, and we can all sit there together and experience this journey and this activation as one. And as you sit on a cushion, I'd like you to note the colour of the cushion, because that is the energy center you will need to work the most on for yourself. Okay. So as we sit, we start to relax. Dropping your shoulders, relaxing your neck and your arms. Relaxing the lower back, remembering nobody wants anything from you at this moment, and nobody needs anything from you at this moment. This is pure energy work for you. And I want you to try and feel with your body, reach out beyond the confines of your shape. Feel the energy as it starts shifting. As Sirius starts to move into position. And I want you to feel yourself perhaps elongating as Sirius rises, so it's moving upwards in alignment with this pyramid. And that in turn aligns with this Merkaba. And I'm going to hold this right above your head in a minute. The Merkaba, your light body. Okay, I'm just going to hold this right above you. So I'm holding it right above the camera now as you sit there. And imagine this star now spinning and opening as Sirius aligns perfectly with the pyramid. And feel this stellar gateway chakra spinning and spiraling upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. Lifting your consciousness, raising your consciousness like this symbol did earlier. Upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. Raising your consciousness and bringing in those light codes. With abundance. For your karmic soul and for the future. This is a distant healing symbol as well in Reiki Seichem. And with the protection of the ancients. We have probably all lived in Egypt at one time or another. We have probably been many, many different cultures, creeds and sects. I am sure that we have lived many lives, so many we would be surprised by the amount. Just accept the consciousness and the clearing of this chakra above your head. Breathe out. And as we sit here, feeling these light codes, I'd like you to think, let's bring the new moon that is going to come in tomorrow. What new projects? What new things are you going to prepare for the rest of this year as Sirius rises? The Chinese see this 8/8 as a very lucky date. In their mythology, I am not sure what it means, the Sirius gateway. But you can be sure that their astronomers also saw this fantastic binary star. And as you imagine yourself looking into the sky now, just project your visions out of the pyramid. So travel straight up above you with your third eye and out of the top of the pyramid. And you can see now that blinking 3-colored star, the blue, the red, and the white. And if you would like to, just invite your Syrian light worker in. Very gentle, friendly being, some say amphibian. I have also had these in healing circles and we've interacted with them, and they appear to me to be blue. Some tall and some small. Invite them in. You may feel a hand upon your shoulder or an energy around you. Don't worry, you are protected. I have very strong protection for you all. And just know that you are not alone, even if you feel that you are alone. You are not. We have many angels, we have guides, and we have helpers. Breathe out for me. And now as we sit here, the doorway opens somewhere, and lots of white lions, aligned with Sphinx energy, move in, and they start rubbing themselves and choosing a person who they'd like to stroke. So your lion moves in towards you. You can just gently hold your hand out for it to sniff. And then, as cats do, it starts nudging us. It starts rubbing its head against your hand and your arm, and then moving in towards you. Feel the strength and courage from your particular lion. Move your fingers through its mane. Look deeply into each other's eyes and feel those light codes with the strength and the courage that the lion brings to you, spiraling up and down your body. Light is now pouring in from the top of the pyramid right down into us all, activating our stellar gateway, our causal or altar major chakra, our soul star, our crown, our third eye, our throat. Please excuse my pooch in the back. Our heart, our solar plexus, our sacral, our base, and then underneath our feet, our earth star chakra, and right below that, our earth gateway chakra. And these light codes rush down through you and out of your feet and the bottom chakras, so that you become infinite like this energy that travels through the universe, from the stars, through the planets, and radiating out. And just enjoy knowing that you have been resetting light codes that have been forgotten as you consciously do this video at this time. You bring in energy for new projects as we enter the winter in the southern hemisphere. Sorry, in the northern hemisphere. But if you are in the southern hemisphere, you know that you can just swap it around and think about what new projects that you want to undertake for the summer ahead of you. I'm very conscious that I'm living in the north, but that a lot of people watching are in the south. Breathe out. Okay, now your lion just sits down next to you and you stroke its back. Just feel the strength and how broad this particular lion is. It may be male, it may be female. Just give it a few strokes. And as you are doing that, your Syrian light worker brings a gift into your imagination. It can be anything at all. It can be a crystal, a flower, even one of these light codes or something different. Just accept it, even if you are not sure what it is for, because it will be imprinted onto your aura to help you at this time. And I'm just still moving my hands. You may see my fingertips from time to time as I sweep the energy away, enabling the light codes from this particular conjunction or astrological phenomena to happen. Okay, breathe out again. And now, if you would like to, you may get upon your lion like that famous tarot card of strength and courage. And your lions stand up and they walk around the center of the pyramid in this symbol. Wherever you have started from in the circle, they are going to walk the symbol of protection and activation. Feel yourself as you move through this energy symbol. Feel how infinite it is from the beginning of time, possibly to the end of time. And then, when you have walked it, your lion lies back down next to your cushion. And you climb off him, and this has shown you that your lion walks with you, your inner lion. And it will give you energy, it can give you strength and courage. And if you feel that any of your energy centers need a cleanse, you can just imagine your lion's face in the middle of that chakra and the mane spinning the energy out. Spinning out that dark chi, that stagnant chi, those emotions, the tiredness, the pain, anything you want to get rid of. And then you can imagine the hairs of the lion standing on tip, you know, like when we get a little electric shock or we get some static. Just imagine the mane like that, and the light filtering in. And even if there isn't any astrological things happening at that time, perhaps imagine the energy of the sun or of Sirius or of any of your chosen star systems or planets absorbing into you. Breathe out. Just let all of those energy centers fill up. I'm just working above your crown at your stellar gateway, just polishing off any last residue. And I'm just holding my hands above your crown now and funneling the energy from this stellar gateway down into your body and right out of your feet. Okay. So now it is time for you to stand up. Look your lion in the face and thank it. Perhaps rub your face against its face and know that this lion will be with you in spirit. And if at any time you wish to come back to the pyramid, it will always be there for you. So we all walk out of the pyramid together. Out of the little doorway into the dark night sky now. Knowing that Sirius will keep rising as it does all winter. Part of the Ursa Major. And it also forms part of Orion's foot, and it chases the Plagiaria, the Pleiades, across the skies all winter. And you can look up and see its beautiful blinking blue, its blinking red, and its blinking white energy reflecting down on you. If you are not sure where it is in the sky, invest in Google Sky Maps. And then anything you look at, you can get your phone out and point it towards it, and you will have all the information there. So start looking up, people. Start looking up at the stars of the planets. And know the world, the universe is infinite. There are many parts of it. Okay, I'm going to place my hands upon your shoulders now. You can see the fingers just reaching round. And I want you all now to sit down on the sand outside the pyramid. And let's just ground now. I'm just going to hold up this desert rose. And that is quite grounding to look at that, isn't it? And this is made up of sand and gypsum. It is a form of selenite that forms in the deserts by the wind. And sand, incidentally, is made up of lots of crystals as well as shells. But just feel that ground beneath you. Grow your roots out like the acacia tree that Osiris got washed up, growing down you and down from you into the ground below you, downwards, downwards and downwards. And just imagine putting your hands onto the earth. Deep breath in and then out again. And let the scene of the Giza Plateau fade away. Thank you for watching, and until the next time, stay safe and stay light.